Most people breathe over 20,000 times a day, yet almost none of those breaths are done consciously. And that single fact might explain why your body feels drained, your focus fractured, and your emotions unstable. You've been told to fix fatigue with more sleep, more caffeine, or more supplements. But what if your entire biological reality, from how you think to how you age, is determined by something far more fundamental than food or exercise? The truth is, most people are chronically underoxygenated, even when surrounded by air, because it's not how much oxygen you take in, it's how you breathe that decides how much your cells actually receive. Studies show that shallow breathing reduces oxygen exchange by up to 30%, limiting the energy your mitochondria can produce. That means your cells literally begin to suffocate while you go about your day unaware. And here's where the real problem starts. When the body doesn't get enough oxygen at the cellular level, your brain enters survival mode. Cortisol levels rise. Blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, the part that governs focus, logic, and calm, drops. You become reactive instead of intentional, tense instead of grounded, tired but unable to rest. Traditional solutions miss this completely. They target symptoms, not causes. Energy drinks, meditation apps, and mindfulness challenges, all without fixing the biological mechanism that creates imbalance in the first place: dysfunctional breathing. Quantum biology, the study of how subatomic processes influence your body, reveals a startling truth. Every breath changes the electromagnetic field around your cells. Every inhale and exhale subtly alters how electrons move, how energy transfers, and even how your brain interprets reality. This means that the quality of your breath isn't just linked to health, it's directly connected to how you experience life itself. So when you breathe the wrong way, your perception literally collapses into a narrower, more anxious state of awareness. But when you breathe correctly, even for just a few minutes a day, you can expand your nervous system's coherence, your cognitive sharpness, and your body's natural healing capacity. That's why elite performers, monks, and modern neuroscientists are all converging on the same discovery. The most profound shifts in consciousness and biology don't come from external input. They come from internal rhythm, from mastering the single act you repeat 20,000 times daily. You don't need new supplements. You don't need to meditate for hours. You just need to learn to breathe in a way that syncs your biology with its quantum design. In the next few minutes, you'll understand exactly how to do that. The method is simple. It takes less than 5 minutes a day, and once you experience its effects, you'll never go back to unconscious breathing again. Here's what's really happening inside your body every time you take a breath. Your breath is controlled by two systems, automatic and conscious. When you stop paying attention, the automatic system takes over, optimized for survival, not performance. Under chronic stress, that system adapts. It becomes shallow, fast, and confined to the upper chest. Instead of pulling air into the diaphragm, you pull it into the shoulders and neck. That shift seems small, but it changes everything about how your body operates. Here's what happens next. When you breathe shallowly, carbon dioxide levels drop too low. Most people think carbon dioxide is waste, but it's actually the signal that tells your blood to release oxygen. Without enough CO2, oxygen stays trapped in your red blood cells instead of entering your tissues. Your brain, muscles, and organs are left slightly starved every second of the day. That oxygen starvation forces the body to compensate. Your heart rate increases to move more blood. Your adrenals release cortisol to keep alertness high. Over time, this creates a low-level stress loop. Your body believes it's always in danger. This state disrupts mitochondrial function, the cell's power plant. Low oxygen and chronic cortisol reduce the mitochondria's ability to produce ATP, your main energy molecule. Less ATP means slower recovery, weaker focus, and faster cellular aging. Meanwhile, your nervous system adapts to this new baseline. It begins interpreting minor challenges as threats. The sympathetic fight-or-flight branch dominates, while the parasympathetic rest and repair system shuts down. This is why even deep sleep can feel unrefreshing and why calm moments feel foreign. Add to that the modern lifestyle, long sitting hours, screen time, and mouth breathing. All three conditions collapse the diaphragm, further restricting lung capacity. Studies confirm that mouth breathers show higher blood acidity, increased inflammation, and reduced nitric oxide production, a molecule essential for blood vessel dilation and immunity. The result is a body that's running but never restoring, a brain that's alert but never focused, and a mind that confuses survival for living. Most people don't recognize this pattern because it feels normal. But this normal breathing pattern quietly rewires your entire system toward fatigue and reactivity. That's where the real problem starts. The solution is what quantum biologists call the Coherence Breath Cycle, a simple daily method designed to restore your body's electrical, chemical, and emotional alignment. It takes less than 5 minutes and can be done anywhere. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Prepare your posture. 30 seconds. Sit or stand tall. Uncross your legs and let your spine lengthen as if someone's gently pulling a string from the top of your head. Place one hand on your lower abdomen, the other on your chest. Your goal: feel the lower hand move more than the upper one. That's your diaphragm reactivating, the foundation of coherent breathing. Step 2. The inhale phase. 4 seconds. Breathe in through your nose, slowly counting to 4. As you inhale, expand your abdomen first, then your ribs, then your chest, like a wave moving upward. You should feel pressure build in your diaphragm, not your shoulders. That's oxygen filling your lungs efficiently, while nitric oxide, produced in your nasal passages, begins widening your blood vessels for better circulation. Step 3. The hold. 2 seconds. Gently hold your breath for 2 seconds. This brief pause allows carbon dioxide to rise slightly, signaling your red blood cells to release oxygen into your tissues. If done correctly, you'll feel a subtle warmth or calm pressure inside your body. That's oxygen finally reaching where it needs to go. Step 4. The exhale. 6 seconds. Exhale through your nose for 6 slow seconds. Feel your ribs contract inward and your abdomen gently flatten. This long exhale activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for repair and emotional balance. Each slow breath lowers heart rate variability and synchronizes your brain waves into an alpha-theta rhythm, the same state linked to creativity and flow. Step 5. The still point. 2 seconds. After exhaling, hold again for 2 seconds before your next inhale. This micro-pause resets your nervous system's rhythm. It's the moment when your body recalibrates electrical charge between your heart and brain, creating coherence, a measurable state of internal harmony observed through heart rate sensors. Step 6. Duration: repeat this full cycle for 5 minutes, or roughly 6 breaths per minute. Research shows that at this rhythm, oxygen delivery, vagal tone, and blood gas balance reach peak efficiency. It's the body's natural resonance frequency, the same frequency monks and elite athletes unconsciously achieve during deep focus. Step 7. Feedback. After 2 minutes, notice the shift. Your thoughts slow, your muscles release tension, your heartbeat feels steadier. That's your biology syncing with your breath. By the 5th minute, you'll likely experience a mild tingling or lightness. That's increased CO2 tolerance, improving circulation. Do this once a day, ideally in the morning before screen exposure or stress hits. If done consistently for 14 days, expect clearer thinking, reduced anxiety spikes, and deeper sleep cycles. This isn't relaxation, it's recalibration. You're retraining your nervous system, restoring cellular oxygen, and re-establishing the electrical patterns that quantum biologists call biocoherence. What feels like calm is actually your cells communicating correctly again. You'll notice it in how you think, how you react, even how you perceive time. Here's why this works, not just temporarily, but biologically. To understand why this simple breathing cycle works, we need to go beyond basic physiology and look at the quantum biology behind your cells. Every cell in your body functions like a miniature power plant. Inside it, mitochondria use oxygen to create ATP, the molecule that fuels every thought, movement, and repair process. But oxygen doesn't just fuel these reactions. It also affects how electrons flow through the mitochondrial membrane. When your breathing is shallow, that electron flow becomes chaotic. Energy production becomes inefficient, generating more oxidative stress and less usable energy. This leads to fatigue, inflammation, and slower recovery. However, when you practice coherence breathing, something remarkable happens. Oxygen and carbon dioxide reach equilibrium. This balance allows electrons to move smoothly through the mitochondrial chain, maximizing ATP production and minimizing waste. That's the foundation of cellular coherence, every system operating in sync with minimal friction. Research in cardiorespiratory physiology supports this. Breathing at a controlled rhythm of around 6 breaths per minute has been shown to increase heart rate variability, HRV, a key biomarker of nervous system health. Higher HRV indicates your body can adapt efficiently to stress, shifting smoothly between focus and relaxation. It's the opposite of burnout physiology. At the same time, slow nasal breathing elevates nitric oxide by up to 15-fold compared to mouth breathing. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels, enhances oxygen delivery, and even acts as a neurotransmitter, improving memory and learning. In other words, your breath directly alters blood chemistry and brain performance. But the most fascinating aspect lies in how your breath influences your body's electromagnetic field. Quantum biologists have observed that the heart generates an electromagnetic field measurable several feet outside the body. Each coherent breath stabilizes that field, synchronizing the oscillations of the heart, lungs, and brain into a unified frequency. This isn't mysticism. It's measurable through electrocardiograms and magnetometers. When your body enters this coherent state, neurons fire in more synchronized patterns. This improves communication between the amygdala, emotion center, and prefrontal cortex, logic center. Result: fewer overreactions, faster decision-making, and enhanced emotional stability. A 2019 study from the Frontiers in Human Neuroscience journal found that 5 minutes of rhythmic breathing increased alpha brainwave amplitude by 30%, linked to states of flow, creativity, and self-awareness. This suggests that breath control doesn't just change your biology, it alters how your brain perceives reality. Now contrast that with traditional stress management strategies. Meditation without breath control often fails because the nervous system remains dysregulated. Exercise helps temporarily, but doesn't address oxygen distribution at the cellular level. Even high-performance supplements only enhance energy if oxygen delivery is already optimal. That's why they work inconsistently, because the foundation, your breath, is unstable. By fixing the breathing mechanism first, you correct the base variable every other system depends on: oxygen efficiency and electrical coherence. Quantum biology also reveals something deeper. Each cell communicates through biophotons, tiny packets of light emitted during metabolic reactions. When your breathing is coherent, these light emissions become rhythmic and organized. Cells talk more efficiently, tissues repair faster, and your brain processes information with less noise. This aligns perfectly with research from Fritz Albert Popp, who showed that coherent light emissions are a marker of health and vitality. That's why 5 minutes of structured breathing can shift your entire state. You're not just calming your mind, you're reorganizing energy flow across multiple biological levels. Do it daily, and the benefits compound. Within the first week, most people report deeper sleep and fewer stress spikes. After 2 weeks, cognitive clarity improves. Your reaction time slows mentally but quickens physiologically. By a month, your baseline state changes. Your body stays calm under pressure. Your thoughts sharpen, and your emotional range widens without losing control. You don't need to believe in anything mystical to validate this. The mechanism is pure physics and biology. Stable breathing stabilizes energy flow, and stable energy flow stabilizes perception. That's why your reality begins to shift, because your brain is finally interpreting input from a coherent system instead of a chaotic one. So when people say this practice changes your life, it's not metaphorical, it's measurable, observable, and biologically logical. The only variable left is consistency. Do this once a day and you're no longer reacting to the world. You're synchronizing with it. And when that happens, your inner world and outer reality begin to align. You've just learned that the way you breathe determines the way your biology and your reality function. Every inhale and exhale sends a signal to every cell, shaping how energy moves through you. Before, your breath worked against you. It fueled stress, scattered your focus, and drained your system of coherence. Now you know how to make it work for you, with a method that takes less than 5 minutes a day. The Coherence Breath Cycle isn't a ritual. It's a reset button, a way to bring your nervous system, heart, and brain back into alignment. In just a few rounds, you can feel the shift. Your heartbeat steadies, your mind quiets, your perception widens, You don't need to force positivity or chase motivation. Your body already knows how to generate calm and focus, it just needed the correct signal. That signal is your breath. So here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, practice the Coherence Breath Cycle once every morning. 5 minutes, 6 breaths per minute. Track how your energy, mood, and focus evolve. You'll likely notice that stress feels smaller, thoughts become clearer, and your physical posture naturally corrects itself. Think of it this way. Before, tense shoulders. Shallow breaths, mind racing ahead of the present moment. After, relaxed frame. Deep, rhythmic breathing, mind synchronized with the body's rhythm. You don't need to add more to your day. Just breathe differently in the minutes you already have. Because when your breath becomes coherent, so does your life. Your emotions stabilize, your reactions refine, and your energy no longer leaks through unconscious patterns. Try it today, not tomorrow. Experience the difference between merely surviving your reality and consciously shaping it from within. If it works for you, share it. Help someone else remember the one thing they've been doing unconsciously since birth, yet never learned to master. Because the more coherent each individual becomes, the more stable our collective reality grows. So take one last deep breath in, slowly exhale, and watch your reality begin to shift, one conscious breath at a time.